Good morning, everyone. Today we are ready to talk about the crisis. Sri Lanka, in particular, is still a developing country with the corona epidemic. The situation in the country began to change drastically. At the same time, due to the corrupt practice of politicians, a more crisis situation has arisen in the country. As a result, economic, political, social, and cultural problems arose in the country. The next invitation to further comment on this is to my team members.
DT 19-168, Oshati Varanika. I am describing the current political situation. Politics has become extremely unstable because of COVID as well as the mischief of the rulers. The people of the country are facing many difficulties in the face of this political situation, and the people are behaving violently without being able to endure the situation in the country. People are suffering for days in food queues, oil queues, and gas queues due to the instability of the political system in this country. If the government is unable to provide basic services such as security, food, and nutrition to a country, then it will better understand the political situation in that country. Political stability generally depends on the legitimate use of public power by governments. When politics becomes unstable in this way, every aspect becomes unstable. Although people are aware of this a lot of these days, every parliamentary election has intensified political instability, not stabilization. For a country to develop, politics must be strong and stable. In view of this, politics seems to be the most important factor in moving forward as a society, and the rulers must take its primary responsibility. Thank you.
The economic of the country is an essential component. I will talk about the Sri Lankan economic crisis. The corona epidemic is one of the main reasons for the recent economic crisis in Sri Lanka. The second is the massive corruption and injustice that has plagued every government has come to power. Third is the need to spend more time after independence to develop the country agriculturally. The other is the introduction of the open economic and the plight of Sri Lanka on that economic. As a possible solution of the economic crisis, politics in the country must be stable and limited the use of resource, starting self-employment or industry. This can be done with the help of various agencies. I think economy will be to avoid the crisis thought think like this.
In that respect, the government of Sri Lanka has long played a major role in improving the quality of education in Sri Lanka. Also, Sri Lanka is one of the leading countries in providing free education from villages to cities. Through this education system, many students have built their careers on the path of progress. In addition, it is very useful for every student from preschool to university. Classroom activities, direct lessons, dedicated teachers, and government regulations are the main reason for this achievement in Sri Lanka. The COVID-19, which has been plaguing the world since last year, is also having many repercussions in Sri Lanka as well. Everything has positive and negative sides, as if there are two sides to the coin. However, this COVID-19 causes many negative impacts on this Sri Lanka education system. This new normal encourages mainly online learning. The impact of COVID-19 has created an opportunity for students to study online. Although this online education allows students to learn about new technology, it is less effective than direct education because students will not be under the direct supervision of the teacher. The furthermore main issue during taking online classes or lectures is poor networking. Due to this, so many students and teachers are affected. Many poor students are unable to get education because students will not be under the direct supervision of the teacher. Many poor students are unable to get education properly due to the absence of smartphone, laptop facilities in their homes during this pandemic situation. Thus, education reaches only a few students. As well as the pandemic is provoking child employment, it directly affects the child's life. The COVID-19 has a negative influence on university students' careers. The school direct education system teaches students good habits, cultures, and extracurricular activities along with their studies, but online learning can't encourage this chapter properly among people.
I am TD 19174 Situmini Samadhi. I am now talking about the impact of COVID-19 on the cultural sector. The COVID-19 pandemic has significantly affected Sri Lanka's living heritage. Rooted Buddhist rituals, including the making of various offerings by devotees at prescribed time of the day at Srinings, are now done by the resident monks due to the lockdown. Traditional craft, as the collection and transportation of raw materials and sellings of craft items, become impossible. Thus, COVID-19 caused a major setback in Sri Lanka social culture. Its loss can't be overstated. Thank you.
Many thanks to our team members who contributed to making our conversation more meaningful today, and to all of you who listened to our presentation. Thank you.